Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and welcome to part 2 for the Galaxy S7's camera app. Today we have Monica. Monica is here to help us out in the modeling aspect of our show. Say hi, Monica.
Hello.
All right, great. So now what we want to do at this point is cover at least a good review of all the key concepts that we talked about before. So remember what I talked about before as going to, talking about the differences between Pro mode and Auto mode. Auto mode is going to automatically adjust the contrast, or rather, adjust the exposure, adjust the ISO and the shutter speed. But if we go to Pro mode, we'll go ahead and manually make these changes. So if I go in and set up the ISO and the shutter speed to a certain level, I can control the amount of light that comes into the camera. So for instance, if I take another shot here with a ISO of 400 and with a shutter speed of 45, go ahead and give me a nice smile. 1, 2, 3. We now have a good inside picture or inside photo with fluorescent lighting. That's pretty common nowadays, of course, in an inside environment. So let me go ahead and keep going here. So if I take another picture, let's say if I go ahead and use flash. Now some of you are not familiar with this. You'll see here in these parameters, you'll have the flash setting as well as the timer. Some people would like to use a timer. I'll go ahead and set it to 2 seconds. And then as far as my test subject, I'll go ahead and just set it to about 200 ISO, because here, if we blast it all the way up, it's going to bleach her. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that on purpose. I'm not going to try to blind you. Don't worry, Monica. I'm not going to blind you. So I'm going to take that shot. There, she's smiling right there. 1, 2, 3. And check this out. Of course, she's not going to like it because it's too bleachy. See, that's kind of a bright picture. It doesn't necessarily work for anyone. So how do we fix that? Well, if you're in this kind of setting, then we can go ahead and set the ISO to about a good 200. Now I can go ahead and take the shot. 1, 2, 3, smile! Okay, I better get rid of that timer. There we go. In fact, that timer's going to kill me. All right. So that's actually a lot better. In fact, if she looks at this picture, she would probably agree with me that this is actually a good shot, right? Say yes. Say yes. So anyway, no. Hey guys, look, this is actually good because sometimes, we don't like to use a lot of flash. My daughter hates flash because it bleaches the heck out of her. I guess just because also your contours of your face show up a lot more. All right. Whoops, I got a little alert that just popped up. Sorry about that, guys. It happens. Don't judge me. Guys, if we have that gear button, if you go to the gear button on the very bottom left, notice how we have a bunch of settings here. 2 things that you got to remember, really. First, you got to remember that we want to make sure that we have a set as raw file setting. I like to play with this because this is almost like the same thing as when you take pictures with your Canon or any other DSLR. You have those raw files that you can edit in Photoshop. And in going to Photoshop, you can have more flexibility with changing the types of different things like the contrast, the clarity, the color balance, and all kinds of stuff with these raw files. Now, this is not exactly the best raw file in the world with the Galaxy S7, but it does a better job than your regular JPEG files. Okay, so I can't go into this a little further, but I mean, this is just something I'll show you when I get home. I'll give you an example of what we can do in Photoshop and how we can get this all arranged. All right, you know what? That pretty much covers this video. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about another topic in regards to actually video making with this phone. So stay tuned for that one. I'm going to probably bust it out in December, and we may have the same model, or we may not. I don't know. Say goodbye, Monica. We'll check you guys later. Bye-bye.